Rooted and Rising family, welcome in, welcome in. Take a deep breath. Always feels great, right? Um, let's do a reading today, a collective read. And again, today we'll pull cards and see what kind of spread we get, and we'll see what spirit is communicating today through the cards. We will use tarot, we will use oracle, we will see how it goes, right? And yeah, so definitely, since it is still collective reading, rooted in rising, that means that we're going to take what applies to us, we're going to leave what does not. Again, not everything is for everybody, so don't force it to fit. Take what resonates, leave what does not, even if it's just pieces that connect with you and other pieces don't. Okay, if it's just happy story time entertainment for you, well, that's okay as well. We are still happy to have you in the Rooted and Rising family. There's nothing wrong with entertainment. Okay, when I speak of masculine, when I speak of feminine, I am speaking of energies and not gender. So it's up to you, Rooted and Rising, to place yourself wherever you see fit in those descriptions. Okay? All right, we're going to use the Chronicles of Destiny fortune cards. That's the tarot deck we'll use. And I checked most of the cards, so I think they are social media okay. um, so we should be good there. Looking at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. That's about walking away, but we'll see. That's like an emotional walking away, leaving something behind. But all right, we'll get into it. Let's ring the sound bowl, clear any stagnant energy, get our energy and our space right, rooted in rising family. And I just love it. Love it. Ooh, I love it. Just, mm-hmm. I love it. All right, I wanted to do it again, but I am, just because I feel the urge to, rooted in rising. I don't know. We might have some cards today if I want to ring it again. Oh, we'll see what we're clearing out if we ring it again. Let's do that one more time. All right. All right. Well, let's see what we get. Rooted and rising. Let's start from the tarot. And I was going to say, hopefully, we won't be, hopefully this won't be so long. And this came up right away. And I'm laughing because, I have a Christian background. And anytime the preacher said, I'm not going to be before you long. Oh my God, you were just there all doggone day. All right, what popped out immediately is our Two of Wands. And I do like the artwork on this card too. Okay, Two of Wands. That's planning energy. All right, that's, it looks like, like an idea. Like you have ideas, because, our wands is our fire energy. It speaks of passion, creation, motion, movement, what moves us. Okay. And he's standing there kind of looking outward anyway. So it's like planning something, thinking about something. There's something brewing on the Rooted and Rising's family mind, maybe. So thinking about something, whether this is planning movement, or this is a creative endeavor, whether this is, a business idea, there's something stirring that is being planned, and he's looking off into the distance like, there's something that I want to do. How do I do it? How do I get it together? All right. How do I start it? So we're leading with the Two of Wands. Let's see where we're going with this. All right. Let's see what else we get. Rooted and Rising family. Not taking long to get cards, are we? 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, the Empress is at the bottom. I wonder. Okay. Anyway, so 9 of Pentacles. That's, you know, okay, so 9 of Pentacles, you know, it's a very confident card. Stability, finances, grounded, earth energy. Again, that's our Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles kind of speaks of independence, you know, like financially independent, financially stable, or confident. You know what I mean? Someone who is fully, you know, just almost whole and complete on their own, you know. And maybe with this 2 of Wands, maybe whatever idea is planted in the rooted and rising's mind is maybe to bring this, for this, or this may already be established with someone. So let's pull some more cards and see what else we get with this. That Empress is still there. I think that Empress is going to come out. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, we can't get away from this card. Last reading, we got that one. That's the Devil. All right. I am going to pull some more cards and let's look at it completely and see what is going on with this Devil energy, because it could go multiple ways here. All right. That can speak of legal binding contracts. Oops, we got more. You know, that can speak of, you know, toxic energies, things that are not healthy for us. That could speak of a lot of things rooted in rising. So we have the Knight of Pentacles also came out. All right. That's movement. Our Knight, you know, is a card of action, a card of movement. But the Knight of Pentacles is very slow movement, okay? Usually it depends on what we're talking about. If it's a love connection, it's usually a grounded movement. Like someone wants to come towards you, but they want to come towards you right. They want to come towards you in the right way. It's very grounded, it's very stable. So it takes, you know, it takes more time because they may be putting things in order to come towards you. If that is true, that makes sense about the 9 of Pentacles being something they want to establish, especially since we started off with the 2 of Wands. All right. So this is a plan in motion here. These are thoughts, plans, business ideas, creative ideas. Maybe maybe you've gone further than the thought and you are in the development stage, like you develop a business plan or an action plan or some kind of way to, some type of way to move or act on whatever it is the idea is rooted in rising, or whatever avenue to create independence. And that's not just financial independence, you know, groundedness, stability, being self-sufficient, yes, but also confident. If that were true, or this Knight of Pentacles is about a very grounded and stable movement towards something or someone, perhaps, you know what I mean, with very good and healthy intentions. Again, that's our grounded energy. It is not purely logic like our Sword energy. Pentacles has emotional stability there. So it is about emotions, but it's grounded. All right. It's not overflowing and pouring the heart out. It's focusing on the tangible, everyday things of life. You know, let's think of all the things that we have to take care of. Let's build. How do we grow? It's very mature energy. Okay, so if this is a movement towards something stable, something mature, or maybe a person, then this Devil energy may be more about attraction and heavy attraction and pull and magnetism than, you know, the other side of it, where it can be toxic, you know, in toxic entanglements or binding contracts that are not necessarily the best. But let's see what else we get and move towards. This came out as well. 10 of Pentacles. All right, 10 of Pentacles. So so far, I don't think that the Devil here is our toxic energy, all right? 10 of Pentacles and rooted and rising has gotten that before. That is our legacy energy, okay? Again, Pentacles is earth, it's stable, it's mature, it's grounded. 10 of Pentacles is longevity, legacy, all right? The long haul, the long run, all right? You're not in it, it's not flighting, it is not fleeting, it is not the toxic side of this when passion is involved, all right? Even if it's a creative idea, it's not a flighty idea, all right? This is something grounded and stable, all right? We have the Knight of Pentacles that wants to move towards something. This is a very grounded and stable offer. And they want this, which is legacy energy. All right. All right. Okay. I'll do 2 more from the tarot. We'll put it all together. And we'll see what's going on. So far, I'm not really sure if this is geared towards, specifically the hold on. Okay, so we have the Moon and the 7 of Cups. This is the Moon. And then the 7 of Cups. All right, so the Moon is about, there are things that are just in the unseen. There is something that is being worked on. It looks like, this looks like somebody trying to work, and I said rooted and rising. It doesn't seem to matter what kind of spread we do. It is always about rooted and rising, expanding. So the Moon is some things that are behind the scenes that we don't know and we don't see yet. Outside factors that are hidden, that have not made themselves known. All right, so this is to me heavily looking like something that Rooted and Rising has put into the works, because we led with the 2 of Wands. It's like Spirit is leading with that. All right, there was something that was planned. There's something that was planted, planned out. All right, that was meant to carry us, or Rooted and Rising, into 9 of Pentacles, independent energy, independent, grounded, stable energy. All right, it looks like the Devil is maybe some sort of attraction. All right, we're going to clarify that, because next is not anything toxic. It's actually something very great. It's legacy. It's our 10 of Pentacles. All right. It's stability. It's, I'm in this for the long haul. I want to build. I want to grow. I want to have things to pass down. This is generational wealth. All right. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. That I have to clarify, because sometimes it sounds like the 9, but the Knight of Pentacles, it's bringing a very grounded and stable offer. It's slow, all right? It's grounded. It's built on something. It's a very get to know you energy. It's stable. I'm not here to play games with you. I'm not here to toy with you. I'm here to create and build something real with you. It has the 10 of Pentacles is before it, all right? So this looks either divine masculine, divine feminine. Feminine is trying to set themselves up to be stable for legacy energy. It's like they want to give the grounded, stable offer, but there's something that's going on that's unhidden. So whatever that's unhidden, that's hidden, right? So whatever they were planning, all right, there's some outside factors where maybe the outcome has not been revealed yet, and there may be some things that they're still waiting on. But the 7 of Cups, I never did explain. That's multiple options, like decoys. There's multiple things, multiple factors going on here, multiple thoughts, or just multiple things. Cups is our emotional energy, but that's like different options, different things. So there may be some things that are hidden, and there's some different things that they're considering. It may look like not putting your eggs all in one basket, all right? There are multiple things going on here that are not outside in the open. Hence the moon is telling us there are outside factors that haven't been revealed. It's not High Priestess where it's internal. You have an internal knowing, but it's not out. This is outside factors. So it doesn't, basically it's outside of the divine masculine or feminine's control. They're waiting on outside factors. All right. And whatever else they are working on. It looks like working on something, but let's clarify the devil. Whether this is attraction energy, where this is whether this is something that is being worked on because of attraction, or what this devil energy, what this devil card is about. All right, so let's clarify the devil with a card from the tarot. And we can even dive into some oracle cards, see what we get here, depending on what we get to. All right, so let's clarify the devil and see what that is about. Let's get clear on the devil here. All right. What is the devil about, or who it is about, Is this toxic energy? Is this attraction and a heavy pull? What is this? Legal binding contracts? Does it have something to do even with whatever the Two of Wands is about? Oh, Lord. Okay, these two are sticking up. Sometimes it could be, entering into, strength is at the end. It's pretty. Legal binding contracts. So if it's something to do with business or something, it may have something to do with negotiations, because sometimes it's about, legal binding contracts, All right. So, yeah. Well, last one was about the divine masculine. This one is showing his energy as well. All right. King of Wands. Fiery. King of Wands is confident. King of Wands is a go-getter. So, and then we also have the Sun. Again, that's clarity. Depending on what you're talking about. All right. It's beautiful, Yeah. So the Sun, clarity, energy, can be warmth, but it's like also vitality, energy as a whole. Something is very clear though. The King of Wands is confident. King of Wands is a go-getter. King of Wands goes to get what he wants. So this looks like we led with the Two of Wands, right? This looks like the King of Wands, the masculine, has got something going that he's working on. All of the ins and outs or the outcome may not be clear because we have the Moon. All right. But the devil is being clarified by the King of Wands. All right. And also the Sun. All right. So something that the King of Wands is working on, whether it's business or the creative or whatever avenue, whatever it is, he's trying to set himself up in a very good way, good and healthy, stable way, because he wants Ten of Pentacles energies, but there's still this Knight of Pentacles. We should clarify that. Even though the Sun brings clarity, I think the Sun is bringing clarity to the Moon eventually. You know what I mean? There's still some things that are not out in the open, but the Sun, the Sun does bring clarity. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. And we can see what the King of Wands is moving towards. All right. Well, that just popped out. The Ace of Wands. Oh. Okay. The Ace of Wands. Right there. Move my nails. It's clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. Our aces start our beginnings, right? So Ace of Wands is fiery, it's passion. There is a I think he's moving toward, I'm sorry, I just thought of something, oh Lord, I'm sorry. I tickled myself. I can't say what I was thinking out loud because of social media, okay? Oh yes, Lord. Okay, so anyway, so seasoned tarot users also know what the wands signify. I'm sorry. I'm so good. Gotta keep it together. together. Okay. Oh, Jesus. So, the, the King of Wands, or masculine, this looks like the divine masculine, would love to bring a very solid, mature, emotionally stable, ace of wand energy. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is about. All right, the beginning of something. It's not just a creative beginning. I think this is romantic. Okay, and that's why I said, well, we all can put together what else the wand signifies. All right, that's what he would like to bring. And this Knight of Pentacles offer. But don't worry, divine feminine. It's grounded and stable. There's nothing wrong with a little passion. All right. So this is the start of something new, because our aces is like beginnings. All right. So there's a new passionate beginning that it seems like the divine masculine wants to offer with this Knight of Pentacles. Hence the reason initially for the Two of Wands, the thoughts, the plans on, the distance horizon, kind of looking out in the distance on thoughts, plans, developing ideas, that would bring Nine of Pentacles energy, very stable, independent, real grounded overall, so that this heavy attraction, all right, can be more than just attraction. It can also bring the Ten of Pentacles. It can also bring Ten of Pentacles, which is legacy, longevity, stable energy. And he can come with his offer that is grounded, all right? It's not just in passion, although we did clarify what this was about, what this movement was about, what this offer was about. And that's Ace of Wands. Yes, passion is there. It's the beginning of it. It's not the beginning of passion, because the devil is right there. It's strong. It's the it's the start of something new, something passionate, yes, something fiery, yes. But again, underneath it all is grounded, is real, still not here to play games, although games that are meant to be played with wands is on the mind, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's wonderful, fun energy. Okay, all right. Divine masculine would like to have some fun with the divine feminine, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but there still are some things that are not out in the open and not totally revealed. If that, if we're putting it that way, all right. It looks like there are multiple things though going on. It doesn't look like divine. Yes, Marco is here. He had to make his presence. He has to make himself known here, right? And this is my lamp. This is not. This is not a pole. Anyway. All right. Although, again, whatever you like in the bedroom, okay? That's your business. All right. It's your business. Like a little pole energy in the bedroom. It's up to you. Just saying. Hell. Right? I didn't have a back injury. I wouldn't mind a pole in the bedroom, but hey, it is what it is. I'm moving this. I don't want to, I'm going to kind of have to move it because I don't have a lot of table space, at least where you all can see it. Let me just put the oracle cards on top of here. Let's see what we get in our oracles. All right, because divine feminine, divine masculine is really out here. Look like he is on his grind. All right. And again, I use those terms very loosely. You put yourself wherever you feel like in there, wherever you feel like you align with the divine feminine, divine masculine. I'm not going to define that for you. Okay. Oh, let's. All right. Yeah. Overall, this is a very just grounded and very, I don't know. This is beautiful. Okay, this is a beautiful read, rooted in Rising Family. All right, it seems like Divine Feminine has somebody that really would put in the work for her. All right, and what comes to our Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine energies reciprocated? Okay, so it's not saying that you're sitting around just twiddling your thumbs either. Okay, but it's beautiful. All right, I just this name of this deck is called Curiosity. We've used it before. I'm just curious to see our oracle cards. What else they have to add to this? All right. What else they have to add to this reading? What are some things we can learn that is in the unknown? The moon. What is the moon and the Seven of Cups trying to tell us? We have a card that slid out. And again, sometimes these oracle cards, I don't know, they be blasting it all. You think you clarified something sweet, and it's like, let me tell you something. Oh. Ooh. I be looking up in the sky like, oh, should I read this or not? Okay. Like I said, all right. So there's some moon and energy and Seven of Cups energy. And I was like, well, what's all these, multiple options about what? We're clear that there's something being worked on. There's something in the works. I wonder, this may change what this is about. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, court date fell out. Move it. Oh. See, our oracles, they do it to us every time. The courtroom might be the stage, but the real drama started long before the documents were filed. Ooh. Well, that would definitely be something going on that is out of the Divine Masculine's control here, because, oh, Lord. Okay. Well, that takes it a turn. That's kind of clarifying the moon. Okay. Well, I didn't expect. Oh, Jesus. Bottom of the deck is test results. But let's see let's see what else. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. We got some drama going on. Okay, well, back together. The honeymoon round 2 has begun, but the real tea. The real tea is in how long it will last. What the heck? Okay. Drama queen. Don't get pulled into the drama. If peace showed up, they'd start a fight out in the bedroom. Well, we started this reading out so wonderful. Then the oracles were like, no. You will not end in peace. It was all like, oh, this is so beautiful. Oracle was like, no, it's not. Okay, well, read it. What the hell? Okay. So, maybe we have the reason for this grind. Okay. Jesus. Well, oh my God. Look, and then all of a sudden we can't talk here. There may be a little more motivation to be on this grind. Rooted in Rising Family. All right, hence court date. There's something going on. That aligns with the moon because that's hidden, right? It's not hidden, but it's out of your hands. It's outside factors, where you can't really control, what is with me in the Bible? Let's say no, the time nor the hour, when they say Jesus is coming. But anyway, court date, that is outside factors controlling something. This speaks like a connection. Honeymoon round 2 has begun. How long will it last? Wow. Don't look like it lasted because we got drama queen and court date. All right. Well, to expand on whatever this is. I didn't expect that because it was just going so peaceful. It was just beautiful cards. It was like, oh, legacy energy. He's working on this. Look like he's trying to get it together. Start his ace of start working out that wand energy. I'm just saying. It was gonna be wonderful. And they lived happily ever after. And again, the oracle said, no. Let me show you the real. Okay. So let's go to, oh, Jesus. What should we do next? Oh, read it in rising. Yeah, this is something about the moon is with this court date back together drama queen. So this is a connection. Probably it's probably reiterating again what some of you are coming out of. All right. Sometimes if you don't want to know, you can't ask. Oh, Jesus. And I'd be scared sometimes to do something. Not scared. Lord, I'm so scared. But sometimes let's see what this is about. So let's see what these oracles are talking about. If this is, this damn card. You see what it says, right? And that's the bottom. I think that has to do with like I said, what was on the bottom has to do with that. Expecting. Waiting on something. See, but the tarot is not telling us what they're waiting on. But there's multiple options, and there's the moon, patience. All right. Oh. What came out from this one is patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. All right. Again, that's that outside. Something's going on externally. That has to do with the court date. All right. We didn't rise. It looks like y'all got some stuff going on. That wand energy, though, it's real. It's there. Whatever this is about, it ain't stopping this. It ain't stopping that either. The bottom card said, nope. It said, oh, y'all have to read it because they get mad about certain words. So anyway, I'm trying to see what that's about. Let's see. Something's going on. So we're just clarifying again what the moon is. And even our court date cards. Oh, okay. Well, Spirit said, forget that. Forget trying to figure out what that's about. Because confession. Well, you know what? Someone has something to tell you. Confession. Rooted in the rising's got a secret. You're my little secret. How many of y'all remember that one? Except for that one. That's how we should keep it. We should never let it. No. This says confession. Someone has something to tell you. Okay. Well, you know what? Whatever this is, again, this is probably something that ended. All right. Especially with this going on. So something with this ended. All right. We still together, but not really. We hate each other. Looks like that, but Spirit said, forget that because this is here. It was coming to the divine feminine is this because King of Wands is working on something. So they said, be patient because somebody got something to tell you. And we can pull one more from this deck before we move on somewhere else. Because apparently, sometimes Spirit is like, I'm not answering the question you asked, but I'm going to answer what is actually relevant. Oh, yeah. Okay, pets. That's the last one we're going to do for this day. It's getting a new pet, giving a current pet. Now, we're not calling y'all pets rooted in rising. All right. Yeah. Spirit is just saying what's important is, it looks like Divine Masculine said, he's got that wand energy going towards what's grounded. All right. Yeah. The focus is not on that. In sexuality, someone is still figuring themselves out. that mirrors the Two of Wands. All right. All right. That's the plan to work on what needs to be worked on to go towards something that it seems like that. I'm only saying divine masculine because we have King of Wands. We don't have anything really heavy about the feminine. Of course, you just put yourself where you feel like you fit in that. And no one's going to tell you that. Spirit is emphasizing what's important to this divine masculine. It really is not where he's been, but where he's going. Where the Keisha's code say. It's not where he is at. It's where he wants to be. It's like, if he ain't gonna love you the way you should, then let him go. She said it's not where he's at, but where he want to be, right? Okay, so it looks like that's what it is. That's the focus. All right. We'll still clarify. We'll see what else needs to be said with our oracles. If there's anything else that Spirit wants to say. You know, they just kind of took me for a loop there because I was like, oh, this is so much. It's still, like I said, it's still very wonderful because, again, Spirit is emphasizing what is actually important. All right, what is actually relevant, what the focus actually is, rooted in rising. All right, divine masculine is just focused on a grounded legacy type relationship, in it for the long haul, something stable, mature, and grounded. All right. Emotions are there with pentacle energy. Emotions are not all over the place. It's not water energy, which is our cups. All right. It's not all over the place. You won't have grand, maybe gestures of love and expressions. But it's very stable. All right. It says, let's build together. Let's grow together. We're in it for the long haul. Let me actually try to get to know you. Let me allow you to get to know me. All right. It's built on a firm foundation so that it can last. And that is the focus of the divine masculine. Is there passion? Yes. He'd like to have some fun with that wand. All right. Lots of fun. All right. Is there passion? Absolutely. But he just, he doesn't just want you for your body. Right? He wants something real. And that is what's important. All right. Drama queen and the moon, the other stuff that's going on that's not quite in the control of the divine masculine that he's tying up loose ends is just that, loose ends tying up. It looked like from these cards he did already moved on, and not to say that there's no residual healing. There's that with everybody, but for the most part, you see where the focus is at, rooted in rising. Let's do true or false flame, since this popped up. And maybe just one more and we'll close it out because this is long enough. Because I told you, I'm not going to be before you long. You mean you're going to be in church all doggone day. And you're going to need more than a church meant to survive. That's what that means. And don't let it be a guest speaker because he's going to prove his work. He's going to preach. He's going to preach a message. So you ain't getting out of church no time soon. Lord. Okay. But let's see what fell out. Oh, yeah. Sacred mirror. This connection reflects not only your wounds, but your power, your patterns, and your potential. These truths can only rise in the light of real intimacy. Once again, whatever's being wrapped up with, whatever this is, this Spirit says is not important. Like, don't focus on this. Don't give it your energy. But the focus is here. That sacred mirror. All right. Rooted in rising. You are the focus. All right. If you are putting yourself with the divine feminine, then here, it's acknowledging. The connection is not acknowledging wounds. So to me, it's saying that this would be a connection. Well, honestly, you both have been through something very significant. Both have been through some things. but it's a healing connection. And that's why I said the focus isn't on this nonsense. All right. It doesn't mean there's no residuals. Okay. But it looks like, the realness of what he wants here, what the divine masculine wants, and is heading to with the divine feminine. All right. Is a connection where healing will take place for the both of you together. All right. It won't just be one. None of it's like no part of the connection will be one-sided, not even the healing. All right, there will be something about whatever energy the divine masculine brings to the connection that brings healing and something refreshing to the divine feminine, and then the same. And maybe some, because divine feminine, rooted in rising, we're very empress energy. So there may be something about how you nurture, how you care. They may bring healing to the divine masculine. So there doesn't seem to be any part of the connection, you know what I mean, that's not equal give and take. And not this 50-50 bullshit. Equal give and take is totally different, all right, and much more intimate in every way. It's not just one intimate, even though that's a beautiful thing. It's intimate in every way. Look at that sacred mirror rooted in rising. All right, that's so beautiful. All right, that's what spirit wants to emphasize. All right, little time emphasizing that. Maybe one more from this deck, and then we can see what's going on with the What's Gossip deck. And then we can just close it on out. Maybe with one of these oracle decks that, gives, messages. Let's see what message they have for us today. Something, to close it out with. But let's see what we get for this one. And then the next collective read probably will just, be a little more thorough than those. But yeah. Okay. And again, I'm going to stack and pull if it doesn't come out soon because, sometimes, it could make my head tired. Oh, yeah. Spirit is not really wanting to. Yeah. Spirit's not wanting to really focus on the nonsense. This is so pretty. Anyway. Requited love. Let's put that out of the way because I don't have a lot of space. Requited love. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved just as much as you love. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm not talking about the card. I'm talking about what it said. Oh, the card is pretty too. That's beautiful, rooted in rising. All right. This is a reciprocated connection in every way. It's requited. That's very Two of Cup energy. All right, where you're both on the same page. All right, so this does end up being, it wasn't like, because at first it was like, oh, this is so beautiful. And then it was like, drama queen. No, we're tearing the beautiness down. And it's like, no, I'm just showing you that that's over there somewhere. But the focus is on what actually matters. All right, that's so beautiful. Requited love. It looks like you are deeply loved, rooted in rising. Oh, this is that kind of connection. All right, where you just fit in every way, just the way you are. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right. I love, you could tell I love music. I love you just the way you are. Yes. Don't change a thing, doggone it. Oh, yes, Lord. That's how I am. When I love you, I love you. I don't care. I love you. Okay, let's see what this says and then we'll go. I'm sorry. I'll be done being silly. All right. Oh, or maybe this. Well, yeah. I'd be wanting to use that other deck, but that other deck, they're unclothed. Some of them are unclothed, and so we can't. Yeah, no, we can't. Can't use that one. Nope. All right, so we have to use this one, even though that one would fit better but a lot of the cards are, and it's not like they're unclothed, but if there's any part, well, okay, no, they're unclothed. Unclothed. Let's see what this deck has to say. We'll move on. Oh, yeah, it's addressing this nonsense again. Pain disguises passion, addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without toxic love. So that's there. And Spirit's there. Oh. Because this is what they're saying about you, rooted in rising. I'm unstoppable. I'm feeling silly tonight. All right, unbreakable. Inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. This didn't break you. If anything, you can treat it like the catalyst, because it seems like whatever this is over here, this nonsense over here, all right, it brought you into this. All right, I got it because my cards all over. It brought you into this. And you said, okay, enough of the status quo. Some stuff that already went down, and it brought you into this. And you said, okay, we ain't playing games with this no more. Let me go and do this thing, because you know what I mean. One, whatever that is, probably has a need for this, and that's the being independently stable. All right, independently financially stable, whatever that nonsense is, probably brought that on. But at the same time, it looks like it opened up some doors, all right, and some other things, and some other options, multiple options, multiple opportunities, right? You didn't stay stuck, because you are. Didn't mean whatever this nonsense is over here with this, it didn't mean that it didn't take a toll on you or hurt you or piss you off. I mean, we could be, people act like there's something wrong with being angry. It probably pissed you off. It had pissed me off too. All right. I don't know what it is, but I'm saying I'm pissed off too, damn it. I'll be pissed off with you. We'll be pissed off together, okay? People acting like you ain't got no right to be mad in this world, right? Okay? Because when I'm in the grocery store and the cashier is rude, damn it, I got a right to be angry. Don't tell me to calm down. I'm just playing. All right? Anger is a valid emotion, and we're allowed to be angry. Otherwise, why would anger exist? All right? So that may even be there. But again, you're unbreakable. The focus that Spirit gave was all this other beautiful stuff. All right? This devil energy also really, because I'm going to bring it up, it can also mean that it's not just the magnetic pull towards this new beginning, this new passionate start. But again, this can also be creative and not just a movement towards a person. All right. And we could see that. Well, we know it's moving towards somebody because we got Sacred Mirror, Requited Love, and a very grounded offer somewhere. All right. But the devil energy here is binding contracts, legal binding contracts. Yeah, sure, business sometimes when you're doing business. Yeah, sure, passion, very heavy pull and attraction. And this could be, double meaning here. Only saying this because this came up. All right. And since this came up, this probably has to do with this. All right. All right. So this probably has to do with something legal and something binding. And since this said, well, we don't know how long, we'll see how long it lasts. Well, and it got paired with this and this. Then it's something to get out of this. Something legal and binding. Well, all right. So, but Spirit says the focus is still on this. Requited love, legacy, and the need to bring the grounded, steady offer. All right. The grounded and steady offer. And we'll pull one more from this deck. I got that in my head. All I can do, because the South Park version. I don't know. I'm unstoppable. That's in my head. In South Park when he sings that. Who does that on? Which one is it that sings that one? Oh God. What's a little chubby one? What's his name? Simon Stammerpool. Okay, I gotta stop it. All right, being silly. Anyway, yeah, just one more from him. It's fine. Yeah, this is going towards the Empress. I remember the bottom of that tarot deck. We thought she came out. She showed herself. Oh yeah, that's popping out again. Two-faced. Oh, breaking cycles. Hopeless romantic. Okay, it's not. We know what it is. It's fine. All right, this is definitely past connection. This is popping out. You're not getting away from it. You ask questions, they answer. Okay, again, hopeless romantic, two-faced. This is about idealizing something, fairy tale, delusional. Not saying that you were delusional. You just had hopes. You had believed it would be something. Believing in fairy tales, idealizing love, constantly waiting, forever dreaming. It means that whatever this was about wasn't what you wanted. You wanted something real, but you got this. All right. Say one thing, says one thing, does another, betrayal behind kindness, pretends loyalty, trust. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to stop. I'm going to have to give a break with you all with these collective reads. I don't know. Okay. What y'all got going on? Look at me judging. I'm judging you. No, I'm not. I'm not. Not at all. Okay. Not at all. We are a judge-free zone. Oh, what was that trend? We listen and we don't judge. We don't judge. Especially with the cards. When the cards are telling all your business. All right. Breaking cycles. That's the focus. That's what you're doing. That's what all this your planet is about. You said. I was about to be potty mouth. All right. Ending harmful patterns. Freedom from repetition. New beginnings. It stops with me. You said forget this nonsense. Okay, this nonsense was the catalyst for more. All right, that's the bottom line. That's where you're going. More. All right. More. You're not staying the same. All right, you're working on the things that will bring all of this. Yes, it looks like you're hoping to start something new that actually means something, especially with this. You already know it's requited. They love you just the way you are. Rainbows, sprinkles, and passion. But you'll heal together. You won't only grow together in building the tangible things and building legacy and having emotional, reciprocated, and requited love. You will heal together. All right? What Divine Feminine has, you need. And it will help you heal. Help you heal with the wand energy. We'll work it out. We'll work it out in the bedroom. Let me stop. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, that's a part of healing. You get a healing and a workout, okay? You burn some calories. While you work it out, okay? Let me end on something different than that, okay? Let's just see what this deck, it is the Medicine Woman Oracle deck. It's just, cool words to end this Rooted and Rising, and then I'll stop because it was longer than what I wanted it to be. And because if I don't, I will just keep talking, all right? Let me see this one. I wonder if I could just, these cards I don't mind bending up. The other ones are too pretty and I don't like bending them, so I'm not going to. Ay, bye. Oh, this is a beautiful love. All right, that one, no, okay, 2 wants to come out. 2 of these, it's fine. We don't have to worry about it saying anything scandalous. Because this is a deck of motivation. We don't have to worry about Worry about business flying out. Okay. Okay. So we got two cards from the Medicine Woman Oracle deck. Speaking out. Your voice is released. Express yourself frankly. Frankly, someone has something to say. Remember that came out in the that was called the Cosmic Insights Oracle deck, um, about confessions. Someone has something to say. Um, I'm like, where's my card? I got stuff everywhere now. I don't like stuff being a mess. I don't. Oh, I am a Virgo. My gosh. Anyway, so that card came out earlier. All right, so we're going to scold the Divine Masculine again. Divine Masculine, I am addressing you and rooted and rising. However you put yourself, no one's telling you where you fit in that. All right, it seems like closed mouths don't get fed. All right, and we have to speak out. Okay, Divine Feminine is not a mind reader, but it's requited. She loves it just the way. Oh, yeah, she's gonna requite you in every way. Okay, so it says open up your mouth and talk. All right. It doesn't mean grand gestures of, love. We don't. I'm telling. I'm bending. We don't need all that. All right. Okay. Well, let me. I'm sorry, rooted and rising. I'm not gonna put, my preferences on you. All right. Some of you like all of that. All of that. I don't. Okay. So I'm not gonna tell you what your Divine Masculine should do for you. Okay. I'm just saying. Sometimes it just can start with something very small, is all I'm saying. Grand gestures are appreciated, especially if there's anything that you put time and effort into doing. I personally won't dismiss, okay? But I personally don't need big old gestures, okay? Now, I've reached a stage in my life where that is like, oh, okay. All right? So for me, that's not needed. For you, you may need that. But speaking out doesn't mean pour out your heart right now, but something small. All right, so that you can work on it. That's all I'm saying. So the last card is called the Path of Beauty. Walking your path of beauty elevates your feminine soul. Again, this is just energies. This card is geared towards this deck, is geared towards the feminine. So it's saying that. But all of what this spread was about is a path. There's something over here that is unhealthy. End it. It looks like the focus is not on whatever that is. Okay? But it seemed to have been a catalyst for something, for some sort of movement. Yes, the movement towards the Divine Feminine is there, but there's a movement towards something else, something being worked out in you, something, it's almost like you were inspired, almost a fire lit up in you. That's that King of Wands. That's why I said the King of Wands knows what he wants and goes for it. He just says, okay. So something about this situation said, okay, enough is enough, but it also lit a fire in you. All right, for your creative ideas, for those new creative beginnings, those new passionate beginnings. Let me stop. See, Spirit said, girl, if you don't stop. That car fell on the floor like, girl, if you don't get it together and stop. Okay? Anyway, but I'm just being truthful. Okay? Whatever it was, it's a catalyst for a new beginning. It's a pathway. All right? It's a journey that you're on. It lit that fire in you to go for whatever it is that you probably already had buried in there. And maybe the nonsense over here might have been either preventing or stifling it or just stagnating it. Okay? Because it's hard to move in nonsense. It's hard to move with this. It's hard to move with this. It's hard to move. Your emotions are all over the place, and usually if you're connected to someone who has all of that going on, they usually don't want you to move anyway. Be miserable with them. But anyway, all right. So your path of beauty elevates your soul. All right. This is an upgrade. Again, because you are breaking cycles. All right. You are breaking cycles. All right. It ends with you. You are not going to settle for the status quo. All right. Because you are this. That means this didn't stop you. This didn't tear you down. This didn't end you. Um, it caused movement. All right. It caused you to go after something that was might have been buried or just slowed. Okay. All right, rooted and rising. I'm gonna let it go. I'm honestly probably going to do another message right after this. That is a little more, um, little more doesn't have my cards all over the table and floor, and I can lay it out so you can really see it, just like in the same manner that I have been doing. All right, only because I have a lot of energy, and so I will utilize that energy creatively. And I honestly don't think Spirit is done speaking. All right, it doesn't mean that I'm going to upload it today, but I probably will record it today. So you'll probably see me in my red and roses. Okay, okay? All right. Okay, Rooted and Rising. It's been a great one. All right, I had so much fun with you today. As always, stay rooted, stay rising, and align with all the divine gifts ahead.